What is up, guys? My name is Andrew. Welcome to episode 10 of Space Engineers Let's Play. Today's going to be an interesting episode because we have a lot of stuff kind of done so far for our base, but there's one thing that I think we really are starting to need that we didn't need on Earth as much. Now, we have a lot more refineries and a lot more assemblers than we had before. I think it's probably time to add in some scripts so that we can manage this. In specific, I want to add in Izzy's inventory manager script because I've heard a lot about it and I've seen it in action as well, and it's super cool, and I want to add it somewhere, and I think it's going to be awesome. The first thing that we're going to need to add this, though, and I'm not going to add it without this, is what's happening over there? Oh, I guess they're building things. I just keep seeing the light over there. I'm like, what the heck? No, but we're going to need a control room, and this is kind of an obvious control room because it looks really cool, but I think we're going to make our own new control room somewhere, and I don't really know where. Oh, you know, actually, we could... Ooh, idea popped into my head. Oh, a little bit of lag. Idea popped into my head. If we put it on the front, it's going to look super cool because it could be like the forward face, or we could put it up top. Ooh, that's another idea. Like right up here. This, oh yes, I like that one. I like that idea. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it cool, though. We're going to make it pretty awesome. So we're going to go with something like, I want to do this. No, okay, we'll do this. Oh, it's going to look weird on the corners, though. Oh, well, we'll do this. It's going to look cool. It'll be fine, and it'll look awesome. So we're going to go all the way around. We're going to turn right here. We're going to do the same kind of thing all the way around. And then we're going to change it right here. So it's going to be a different design right there. So we're not going to go all the way around on that side, but we'll go all the way around on this side as well. 1, 2. We'll go 2 on this side as well. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 right there. Let's leave that because I think we might want to go up into that area as well because I think that would look cool. So for now, we're going to keep it like this. Then we're going to go for a standard block piece, and we're out of steel plates, unfortunately. But luckily, all of our stuff is right here, so we can just not go inside because we're making the base airtight. Right. I'm starting to remember it all. Okay, let's go back, and hopefully we have a couple of steel plates in here for us to use. We're going to need a lot of stuff, actually, more than just a couple steel plates. But for now, that's all we need. Steel plate, we don't have any. Let's go into production and make a couple hundred of them. See if it actually starts producing. There we go. Now we can search for steel plate. And we can get a couple of those right here. I don't know how many we're going to need, but... Steel plate. If I searched again, will they have more? No, okay. I guess it's all putting it in the same thing. The same assembler. Or maybe only one assembler is working on it. I don't know. But yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, and the reason we're changing block type on this side, by the way, is because we're going to make this a wall. And I'll show you what we're going to do with the wall in a second, because it's going to look so cool. In fact, if you've used Izzy's inventory manager before, you probably already know what I'm going to do with the wall. So we're going to make this relatively tall. And then we're going to go for kind of a roof structure here. Probably using the same piece that we used earlier. So this one right here. I think probably something like this. Or maybe we'll use the smaller piece. I don't know. I think maybe the smaller piece could work. Well, no, we'll use full blocks. How about that? Because otherwise it just looks weird. So we'll go all the way around, and then we're going to... This will be windows, so we're going to have windows all the way around there. But on the side, for instance, this will go up like that. Okay. Yep, that's looking pretty nice. We're going to... Yeah, we'll have these on the side as well. We might change those out for something else a little bit later, but for now, that's what it's going to be. We're going to want this right here. There we go. I think we really need to start emphasizing style more because I do want the base to look super awesome. That's one of the major goals. We'll delete that in a second. And yep, that's looking good. Put this one up. Oops, why do I have that one out? Where's our standard piece? There it is. Awesome, and we're almost there. One more line. One more line of stuff. Then we're out of stuff. Okay, let's go back here. Hopefully our hundreds of steel plates have been built already, and the nanites have not stolen them all. Actually, you know, here's a question. How is the inventory manager going to play with the nanites? Because nanites do have an auto crafting thing, which they have been doing, but the inventory manager also has an auto crafting thing. So I wonder if that's going to play nicely, or if that's going to be a nightmare. I guess we'll find out. Okay, that's looking pretty solid, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna need some girders. which we might have some of. We'll see. Gird. We do actually have like 1,000 of them. So we'll take all the girders that we can get our hands on, and we're going to go and grab some of these windows, which we already have over here. These are 3x3s. Do we have a 2x something? It's 1. Oh, that's actually pretty good. This particular window. How far does that go? 3? 1, 2, 3. Well, dang it, if it were one smaller, this would be perfect. Okay, let's do this. Let's go on this side. How about that? So on this side, and actually, hang on. Which side is the? Oh, do I want to put it on this side? Yeah, we're gonna want the inverted one, I think. There we go. So put that one right there. We're gonna put this one right next to it, and then we're gonna have the weird one in the back instead of putting the weird one in the middle and ruining what it looks like. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to do it here as well. One on the side. Ah, we're gonna have the weird one in the middle on this one. This is what happens when I don't think all the way through when I'm building something. There's always a weird piece, but yeah, this piece right here. This will have to be the weird one. We need the inverted version as well. There we go. Put the weird one there. Put the weird one here, and the last weird one right there. Awesome. Is everything built? Everything except for this. Oh right, oh shoot, we're gonna do something with this, weren't we? Yeah. We'll do all weird ones on this one, I guess. Because we kind of have to if we're going to want to do something with that. Which one is it? There. It'll look fine. Don't worry. All right. Perfect. In fact, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 7. That's why. I was going to say we could use the other square ones because I know there's a bigger square one. Like, not a square like this, but a 2x2 rather, that we could have used as well. But this is going to be our control room, and this is going to be where we put some monitors. And the monitors are going to help us in a couple of ways. First, it's going to help us manage the inventory stuff over there, and I'll show you that in a second. But it's going to help us with other stuff as well. I think we'll be able to manage power from it. I'm not entirely sure. Right. So first, let's real quick set up this kind of walkway, because we're also going to need a server room, and a server room is a place where you can put all those programmable blocks that you're going to have. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have our server room be in here. Go out one more like this. 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. We'll do the same thing on this side. So one out. There we go. Making sure that's lined up. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I guess we'll bring it in, because I don't plan on having too many of these servers as they were. We only need a couple. All right, that's gonna look pretty good. Let's bring it up around the sides, and then we'll bring it in as well. And I wonder if we want to make if we want to play realistic like this, should we have like some artificial fans or something like that? Because technically you'd want to keep a server room really chilly, wouldn't you? Because it naturally would heat up. Let's use, I kind of want to use triangle pieces right here. I don't know why, I think it looks natural for this cool little server room. Triangle pieces all around. Oops. There we go. There's the weird system messing with me again. The weird turning system. And we're out of steel plates once again. Man, I've been just playing Factorio, and I just got to the point where we can use the logistics robots, and you don't have to actually go and grab anything. You can tell them to get you stuff. So now I feel like I should have those in this game, where they're going to automatically bring me steel plates. No, I think we're out again, because I think the nanites have been using them all. I shouldn't be mad, though. Look how much base they've been building. Low. Oh, our fuel's low. Let's go. We can't go there. We have to go over here. Did we die or something last time we played this? Like, what happened? Where's our bottles? Hydrogen. Thank you. Oxygen. OxyClean. Bottle remover. Gets the tough stains out. Okay. Yeah, let's finish this up. Oh, no, we didn't ever get those steel plates, did we? Steel plates. We'll grab these many. That should be enough. This game and Factorio are kind of similar once you have the nanite factory. I think. I don't know. If you guys never watched Factorio, you might want to check it out. It's a low graphics game, so this game and Factorio, that's the big main difference, I would say. Well, actually, no. There's a lot of differences between this game and Factorio. But Yeah, I like them both. They're fun. This game's not as much management, though. Factorio is like all about management. Let's do... Oh, I actually like this idea. Look at that. Now, it looks cool. Or it looks weird, I know. But it also looks cool. It's like a weird little lower roof. And it also is going to save us on some materials, I think. Not that we're really in need of extra materials, since we're on the moon. But, yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so how are we going to make this kind of land bridge right here? Or not land bridge, but whatever bridge. I want to go kind of and do this. Let's go with number 7. For the smaller one. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to do something like this. How... I guess we need to go up one more, and that'll put us right where we want to be. That's going to look a bit weird, and I kind of wish I had like a sloped piece to go up there, but it's going to be fine. Finally, let's use these small pieces that we've been using to make the bridge. It'll look weird from under, I think. Yeah, that little piece looks weird. If it went straight up like that, and I'm sure there's a piece on the workshop somewhere that does that, but it would look better if it could do that. But alas, that is not what they want us to do. Okay, looks pretty cool for our entrance into our server room. Let's go ahead and set up those computers, those LCD monitors. We're going to place them right in this slot. I should really, you know what? Okay, let's use number 3. So just remove everything from number 3. This is going to be our one that we remove things. Number 2 is the shipbuilding. So number 2 has all the main components for ships. Number 1 has all the commonly used components. Number 3 is going to be our like where we're going to throw away stuff. Just throw random stuff that we want to build. So LCD is what we're looking for. How many monitors are we going to want? I don't know. Maybe like 10. Not really. Let's put them... How high do we want to put them? We'll put them to the ground, and we'll skip one. So 1, 2... We'll just go like this. Yeah, that's going to look fine. Then we might even add a top layer like that, but we'll let those construct with the nanobots. We'll let the nanobots do that. We also want to make a programmable block. And we're going to need a couple of these, because I do plan on using Izzy's solar alignment script as well at some point. But that is going to take probably until next episode. Right, so these should be in the correct orientation, right? Yeah. They just look a little bit weird when they're not built yet. Look at that. It's like a weird triangle shape before they're built. But anyways, these are going to be what's going to be running the code that Izzy has prepared for us. All right, let's go ahead and go in here and set up that code. Since we do have one monitor that's already set up. Now the code itself is a bit, it's highly configurable. It's very easy to understand as well, which is very good. So props to Izzy for that one. Okay, so the configuration, we're going to be doing some of that. Define the keywords. Okay, these are the keywords that that stuff finds, I guess. So let's see. Locked container, that's keywords, auto assign, blah, blah. What do we want? Fill, okay. Auto assign these things as 1, okay, that's fine. Auto assign new containers if it's full, okay, that's fine. Fill bars are fine. Balance, do we want but it's false, so I think we're gonna keep it false instead. Okay, auto crafting, right. Do we want to turn off auto crafting? Probably so. We'll look more into that if we want to. Well, that might be a good thing to have, is auto crafting for steel plates, since it always seems like we're out of steel plates. I'm not entirely sure how to actually tell it what to autocraft and how many to autocraft. Enable autocrafting or auto disassembling. All assemblers will be used. To use one manually, add manual to it. Okay, that's fine. So it is enabled, but how do I tell it to autocraft? LCD autocrafting is required, where you can set the... Oh, okay, so this is where you set the wanted amount. Just name all the LCDs. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that for a couple of LCDs. Oh, I should have configured all of this stuff. It might do some weird things. But we'll set these two right here to autocrafting. So autocrafting 1 and autocrafting 2. I think it said set it to LCD autocrafting, right? LCD autocrafting 1. Oops. And we're going to do the same thing to the bottom one. Yep, there we go. And we'll do LCD autocrafting 2. I guess that's going to go down to there. So how do I change the wanted amount, though? That's my question. So, it says we want that many computers. I can't even see that. Can I make the font bigger? It's kind of difficult to see. Missiles, we have 37. So is that the wanted amount automatically? Or do I have to go and like set a container and then put the wanted amount in there, and then it will store that as the wanted amount? I do not know. Let's hop back in here and check on our stuff. We'll see. Margins. No, we don't care about the margins. Yeah, so it doesn't actually tell me how to do that. I might have to actually research how to do this. Okay, whatever. Special loadout containers, we don't really need that. Ore balancing is probably a very good thing to have. Arc priority, that's cool. We don't have any arc furnaces yet, though, which probably we want to add at some point, I would imagine. It acts as an arc furnace. Oh, okay, so okay, that's how you do that. What do we want? We want ice balancing, that's fine. Uranium balancing, that's fine. Assembler cleanup, that's fine. Internal stuff. Right, so this is where it actually sorts the stuff inside our containers. So we probably want to sort it by name, and we probably want to sort it in ascending order, so it has NA, so that's already set up. Awesome. LCD panels, this is how you do that. It wants us to do inventory for a nice inventory management LCD. That's going to be good. So we'll go ahead and do that in a second. And then enthusiast stuff, I don't think we need to use any of this stuff quite yet. Yeah. Oh, and here's all the code. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All the code's in like one line. It's crazy. Okay, but exclamation point inventory is what we wanted. So we'll go ahead and do that. And it's so cool. It gives you like on-screen instructions for how to do this as well. So if we go over here and name this the appropriate thing, it'll tell you, even though it's a little bit difficult to see, we can go up to it right here and we can see that we have the stuff. So it says we can use component, we can use ingot, steel plate, or interior plate, and then you set the amount for the bars. So we're going to go ahead and do, well, I guess we could do one of each, couldn't we? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do this one, inventory. I guess it's fine if they're the same name. Is that? Yeah, I guess that's fine. All right, there we go. Let's do one for ink. Let's do one for components, or not components. Do they have one for raw materials? Or does ingots count as raw materials? Interior plate, steel plate. All right, I'm back and I sort of understand how this all works now. I did a little bit of reading to figure out how I could set this up to make it work like it's supposed to. So now I have this auto crafting thing right here. And the way that you change the auto crafting amounts is you go into here and you can actually change the numbers on the side, which I did not realize. So as far as we're concerned, steel plates is the main thing that we want. I don't see any steel plates here, but that could be because we don't have any. I do remember something about things don't pop up until you actually have it in your inventory so that it can actually recognize it. So let's go in here and create a couple of steel plates so that it knows how many exist. And you see how that immediately pulled things into a weird way. I think that was the inventory balancer going and doing its thing. So we should see steel plates pop up right here, unless I'm just missing them. There they are, steel plates. How many do we want? We're probably going to always want at least 1,000. So if there's not 1,000, make more steel plates, and I guess it's going to start doing that now. As far as thruster components go, I kind of want, let's see, welder items. We don't really care about those, I don't think. But as far as thruster components go, probably 1,000 of those as well, if we can make them. Now that's not going to actually be made until we have the stuff for it, but we do want that those there. So it's telling us right now it's waiting or something. So, yeah. Oh, that's in the queue. That's what it's telling us. Okay, so that's fine. Let's look into here and set our amounts for these computers. I want to have 500 at all times. Oops, not 500. Construction components, probably, yeah, 500 probably. That's a pretty solid number. Detector components, 100 I think is what's required for an ore detector. So let's have that many. Displays, we don't need 1,000. Probably 500 at all times will be good. Girders, probably 500 at all times. Nope. 500 all times would be good. Gravity generators, I want to have 200 because I know some things require a hefty amount of gravity generators. Hand drills, 0. Hydrogen bottles, always have 10. If I'm using them, make more. Interior plates, 1,000. Large steel tubes, probably 500 will be fine. Metal grids, I want to have 500 of these as well. These are important for heavy armor and that sort of thing. Missiles, give us always 100 missiles. Motors, 1,500. 3,000. Just because when you start building like bigger engines and stuff, it requires a lot of motors. Oxygen bottles, I always want to have 10. Power cells, I always want to have, let's see, 120 per battery. So I'd say probably 500 will be pretty solid amount of those. Radio comms, I want to have 100 of these. Reactor components, I want to have 100 of these. Small steel tubes, I want to have, yeah, probably 1,000 of those. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So it's going to, I wish we could jump that off. Actually, I probably can. I could probably just hop into edit text and bump that off the thing. There we go. Did I mess it up? Probably not. And welder items as well. We don't want those either. So let's get that. Oops. We'll change it to 0. How about that? Just so we don't have to worry about it. I think it's probably going to come back. Yeah, it came back. We'll make it 0. Oops. There we go.
Energy low.
Our energy's low. Oh no, let's go down and grab some more energy. But that should be set up, and I'll go and show you that in a second once we grab more energy, once we realize how we get back into our ship. There it is. All the way over and to the left. Hello, energy. Welcome to me, because we're going to get you. So we have energy. It's going to be cool being able to go up to the control room and seeing exactly how many things we have and how many things we need. Now, I do want to see, here's the thing with the control room. It's all, what the heck? You're out of power. You guys are feeding it for now. That's fine. The control room's all the way up there. So the problem with that is that if it stays all the way up there with no access, we're probably not even going to end up using it ever. We're probably just going to check manually. So we are going to want to build some nice stairs going up there. But let me show you what we have in there as well real quick, just so you guys can see. So you can see what we got. Okay, so we have an ores one. So it'll tell us how many ores we have. Currently, we have no ores. Everything is in... everything has been converted to stuff. This is our ingot. So we have a lot of iron, and this is something that I couldn't tell. This is the main reason I wanted this, is because I couldn't easily tell how much iron we had just by looking in the stuff. So we have a lot of iron. We have a lot of silicon. We have a bit of stone. Uranium we could definitely use more of. We have 170 though. That's pretty good. Silver, let's see. What do we need the most of? Probably plat. We need a lot of. I would say platinum, silver, and uranium. Oh, magnesium, actually. Magnesium probably our biggest concern. So that's where I can easily tell that. As far as ores go, as we get more ores, this will populate a little bit more. And then this is just stuff that I mean, I don't know what we're going to do with this stuff, but we can do other stuff eventually if we want to. In fact, I might even move the ores one. In fact, let me do that. I'm going to move the ores one over here. So we're going to write that as LCD3 is what we'll call it, I guess, for the time being. Place that one there. Awesome. This one we're going to call LCD4. That's what I do with all the unnamed ones. I just name it like LCD something. There we go. That should populate itself. And you, let's go ahead and oops, let's go ahead and make it so that you don't have anything written on you. There we go. Nice and clean. Awesome. So that's our LCDs. We have ores, we have ingots, and we have all of our components. Now, what do you guys think we should add in these ones? That's completely up to you guys. Eventually, if we add more scripts and stuff to find stuff like shields or whatever, we might end up using these, and we might even end up adding more. But for now, I think this is going to be perfectly fine for this. We'll eventually add like a control seat as well over here so that we can control everything from this one area. But yeah, I think for now that's going to be pretty good. What were we about to do? I thought we were about to do something. What was it that we were going to do? Oh, we're going to make a stairs. Right. That's what we want to do. Okay, so actually, hang on. Let me real quick check this. Can I check it from outside, or is it just still too small? Steel plates. Right, so it looks like we do have our 1,000. That's the main priority, so I'm glad that exists. So steel plates. So I just grabbed a couple. It should start making steel plates again. Looking at the top entry right there. Yep. Okay. sees that we have 700 and it's going to start making more steel plates. Awesome. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a stairway up to here that is sort of elegant and not a hassle. And I think we might want to do this over here. Might be the best. Or we could do it out front, kind of. We can make this stairway also the stairway that goes up there. Or even right here. Let's see. And here's the other question. Do I want to make it nice and smooth? I could do it like this. Oops. Oh, that actually worked out pretty well. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, we'll go out 3 for all these. I was just seeing how far it would go the first time. I wanted to make sure that we had enough room to do this. But yeah, I do kind of like it. Let's make some standard blocks. Just a couple of them. 2. Well, we'll go all the way. How about that? All the way. Jacksepticeye guy. Okay, that's going to look pretty good. And then we'll make our basic platform right here. And this is, remember I was saying that I did want to eventually move this kind of this way as well. So this is kind of starting that, which is pretty cool. Nanites, I guess you guys will do your thing. Really, I should turn them off because they're using a lot of power, but I think it's going to be fine. For this, let's get this sorted. So we're going to be using 7. And it won't look as weird once I have this actually hooked up. 1, 2, 3. Although now that thing's going to probably look a little bit weird, but I think it will be okay. There we go. That's going to work pretty well. So let me do a quick test run of this as the beta tester, the first beta tester of this new thing. Turn off my HUD as well, so I'm like a normal person, and maybe even third person. Oh, what's this? A nice smooth stairway that's not too difficult to climb. And where does this lead? Whoa, a cool server room and also a control room. Awesome. And that was our quick little beta test. So it went well. It was a good beta test. And I think we're going to move this into production. So nanites, go do your thing, I suppose. Right, so now that we have the stairway, what should we add next? We do want to make this thing airtight. I asked that last episode, and a lot of you guys were saying, yes, definitely make it an airtight base because it will look cooler, it'll function better. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's hold off on this for a second. As far as this goes, we do want to expand it, so let's go ahead and expand it before we do anything else, just so we don't have to later. We're going to expand it this way, so probably, let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's another one of those. 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3 for good measure. And we will... Actually, I think we're probably going to connect these. That would be pretty cool. If we connected these rooms, like this can go into this room as well. Yeah, I think that would look pretty awesome. Bring this all the way down. And make the connection. There we go. Gotta get these blocks as well. Even though this is probably going to end up being a wall separating the two. But, well, it doesn't really have to be, I guess. But when you're doing airtight, more walls equals better protection, I guess. Because if there's a leakage somewhere, it doesn't have to be a leakage for everything. Oh, the joys of placing blocks in Space Engineers. Such a riveting experience for me. Yep. Looking good. Looking good. Do we want to like connect to this as well? We could. We could later. We'll do it later. Right. All the way around we go. Singing songs that no one knows. Because they don't exist. It's going to be huge. This is a huge room. Yep. Oh, speedrun mode. Let's go. Are there space engineer speedrunners? And if there are not, should I be the first to do a space engineer speedrun? Like a live stream or something? For how long will it take for us to get... Well, I guess you could cheat though, couldn't you? In Space Engineers. Like if you want to get to the moon, you could just fly to it. You don't have to build a ship. How long could you get to Mars? I don't want to do this. No. Ew. This looks ugly. That one's fine. This part just looks a bit ugly, which I do not want. But yeah, what would you think? If there were a Space Engineers speedrun, what do you think it would be? That's my question to ye. Post it in the comments below. Okay. Rhyming is not my strong suit. As I'm sure you know. But yeah, if there were a Space Engineers, if there was such thing as a Space Engineers speedrun, which there probably is, I'm sure someone has made a video on YouTube titled Space Engineers Speedrun. And if no one has done that, I should probably do that because it sounds like something that you guys are now going to go and search. Space Engineers Speedrun. But what do you think it would be? First to build a, because like I said, anything that you do, like for instance, getting from the Earth to the moon, you could literally just fly there and it wouldn't be that hard. So the speedrun would be what, like a 5 to 10 minute speedrun of you flying to the moon. And it would definitely be a lot quicker than trying to build a ship for it. But that's what you really want to see in a speedrun, isn't it? Building a ship. I guess you could have the full completion speedrun, which would be like all the achievements. Are there achievements in Space Engineers? I don't know. You could do a speedrun, which would be a tour. The Tour de Space Engineers, where the first stop would be the moon, the second stop would be Mars, the third stop would be the alien planet, and by that point you've done the speedrun. I mean, I guess that would probably work because you probably need a ship for that. I don't know. I feel like a Space Engineer, a speed run for Space Engineers should encompass visiting planets. It should definitely include visiting other planets. It should include building a ship. And it should include fighting some sort of enemy. Well, it doesn't need to have fighting enemies, but I think those are the 3 main things that I would like to see in a speed run. Like, how do you quickly fight an enemy, or how do you quickly build a ship or something like that? I don't know. Maybe it's just not meant to be, but I feel like thereit's something to it. I feel like it could be done. That's a huge power room. But it's a good power room. We're running out of power. Right, let's go and grab some uranium so we can throw that in our thing. Uranium, it's power stuff, the material for space fuel. I'm not singing the Russian national anthem. It's catchy though. Where's our uranium? There it is. We'll just get 100 for now. There we go. You continue to do stuff so that our nanites can fly around, because I think they were running out of power. Oh, you know what? We have not even done this. Let's do, what were we doing? Speed modules and yield? I know we were doing speed, so speed. And then what was the other one? Yield modules, I think? Because we don't really care about power efficiency, although I just had to use a bunch of uranium, so maybe we do slightly care about power efficiency, but it'll be fine. It's the moon. There's no pollution on the moon. Is there's no, I bet you there is. Well, first I was going to say there's no Save the Moon campaign, like there's a Save the Earth campaign, but is there a flat moon society? I bet you there is. Someone's got to have invented the flat moon society. And whoever that person is a boss. As long as they're being satirical. The Flat Moon Society. Let's all join the Flat Moon Society. Go down on this one right here. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I gotta say, I do like the idea of being able to like walk in there. Yes, I have seen that military escort, by the way, flying above there, and I do have a plan for messing with that at some point. You guys want to do it this episode? Let's do it this episode. Why not? I feel like we're going over time, but if we are, you guys probably, it's not that bad. Okay, so what we're going to do for this, and this is going to be a very interesting thing that you guys have never seen before. We're going to start with, oh god, this is not going to work out like we think it is. We're going to start with something like this. We're going to make a base. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're out of steel plates again. Beep. I would like some steel plates. Please give. 200 should be good. And I hope that military escort doesn't go away by the time we build this, but it certainly could. So If it does, I'm sorry. We'll end up using this next episode, but for now, we'll use it. We'll see if we can use it this episode. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place a block. Well, we're going to start with a remote control block. So remote control. And this is something that I think one of you suggested. I'm not sure. I've had the idea before, but I think one of you guys also suggested to try it. So we're going to have that. The remote control block. We're also going to have an antenna. So I'm sure if you play Space Engineers a lot, you probably already know where this is going. This is going to be so much fun. Yeah, just a standard antenna. Yep, right there. That'll do. We're also going to want a gyroscope, which I think I have in number 2. Yep. Throw a gyroscope on the bottom right there. We're going to want... Well, let's... Do we do 2 gyros? We do 1... we do 1 gyro. We're cheap. We got 1 gyro. Okay, so we need a gyroscope, that thing. Right. What else do we need? We're going to need some sort of... We have the gyro. We have that. We're going to need the thrusters, right? The thrusters. And what better thrusters than to get these ones right here? 1. And I think we might go with 3. Actually, no, we need something first before we put the thrusters. We're also going to need one of these things. Not a battery, but one of those small little reactor things. One of these, yeah, small reactor. We're going to need one of those. And we might even need more than one, but we'll add more if we need. We're going to get some of those thrusters. Wherever they are. There they are. Half of me wants to go with 3 of them, but I think we probably only need 1. But we'll see. So we're going to go with that many right there. Oh my god, this is going to be horrible. And it's gone. Hopefully 1 comes back by the time we're done with this, and we'll see if we can mess with it. All right, put that there. We'll do this, actually. You know what? We'll go with 3 here. And this is going to be an interesting design. It's going to be one that we're probably going to end up making a couple times because I think it's going to be fun to use. So, yeah. What else do we need for this thing? Let me think for a second. Because I think we need other things. Okay, I think we have pretty much everything that we need. The only things that we need left are going to be a warhead, which if you didn't know what we're doing before, now I'm sure you know. Warhead. We're going to blueprint this totally as well. So yeah, we need the warhead right there, which automatically, once we build this thing, is going to be extremely dangerous. And we're also going to need a camera. We'll put this in the same place. Number 7, we're going to throw the camera so that it's like that, perfectly straight up. You've been invited to join a game. You can invite me to join a game and it'll actually pop up in game. That's kind of annoying. Sorry, I'm not going to join a game right now. I'm recording, as you could probably, if you're watching this, tell. Right, so I think this is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get all the materials required and we will be right back. Okay, so this thing is mostly set up. The only thing we need now, and if you haven't figured it out by now, this is remote control. Essentially a Tomahawk missile. It's got a warhead on the front and it's got control stuff as well. So what we can do is once we see something like that thing that was up there fly by again, we can actually launch this thing and we can guide it up to it so that it explodes the enemy ship. And then we can go up there and reap the rewards if there are any, if the ship took catastrophic damages, which hopefully it would have if we expended this much stuff. So just like a Tomahawk missile, it's a super expensive bomb, essentially. So if we want to be able to fly this, we do need to add a couple of things to our control base up there. The first thing being an antenna, and I think we're going to add that to the side here. I think this looks like a pretty solid place for an antenna. And antennas are pretty gigantic on main bases, so we're going to stick it right there. An antenna, and you can see it sticking up right there, so that's definitely a good sign. And I guess the nanites are going to eventually come over and actually build that thing. We're also going to need a flight seat, which I'm going to make face... Well, we might make a couple of them, but the first one, we need a seat. We're going to use this, and we're going to make it face this way, right here. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, right there. Why not? We're probably going to make another one facing that way, and then we'll make another one maybe facing this. And I don't know why we'll need multiple, but it'll be a good idea. Are you guys actually building this? Why not? Why are you guys not building? Nanites. What have you... And why have you not been building the base either? Like this stuff... What the heck, nanites? I need to go and have a chat with those guys. Nanites, what have you guys been doing? What is up? Why have you not been constructing? Current construction targets 0. Do we need a sort of like repair construction? Yeah. So do we need to turn off mining or something? I feel like they're not doing what they should be doing. Oh, you know what? No, they have the stuff. Yeah, they certainly have the stuff. They have steel plates in here. So if I go in here, are there... Oh, okay, so now they're constructing. I guess they were glitched or something. Oh, I know what they're doing. I know what's happening. I bet you Izzy's thing is messing with the nanites, which is one thing that I thought might happen. So there might be a way that I can change that, or maybe I can just turn off Izzy's... You know what? For now, I'm going to turn off Izzy's inventory sorting, which should fix that problem. And hopefully you guys have a solution for me that I can try to fix this. But for now, I think turning it off is probably our best way to go. So we'll go with, what's it called? Auto crafting? No, it's called like auto sorting. Locked container. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Skip by the auto sorting. No items will be taken out. Yes, that's what we want. We want locked. Wait, what did it say? Hang on. I saw it. I didn't actually read it. We want to put the keyword locked in there. Keyword and inventory has to count. Yeah, so nanites are going to be called nanites locked, and that should fix that. We have low energy once again, which means we're going to have to go and grab some energy in a second. But for now, we should be able to hop in here and do a nanite control factory locked or something. My God, how do you... Did I really just not know how to spell locked? I tried to spell loked. So hopefully this stuff won't be taken out anymore. So if I watch it, yeah, so I don't see anything being taken out, which is good. Definitely a good sign. And the nanites should be flying around constructing things now as well. Starting with probably these things up here, if I had to guess. Yeah, starting with that over there. So have they actually built anything yet? No. They have not done anything yet, but we'll let them run around and do that. Oh, okay, they built this. They built the antenna. Awesome. So that's going to allow us to actually fly that thing over there. What else do we need? I guess the last things that we're going to need while those guys do that is we're going to need to armor this thing up and then take a blueprint of it. So let's start with some of this armor. We're going to use these pieces here, the small pieces right there. We're going to need steel plates and metal grids. I'm not worried about our energy. I know it's a little bit low, but steel. I know my spelling is horrendous. It's like that sometimes. Why are there no steel plates? There are a couple. Steel plates and metal grid. A little bit of a lag there. Yep, we should be good on metal grids now. Awesome. And let's go and build ourselves a little bit of armor. Now, why does this thing need armor? Probably because it's about to go and fight a battle. So we don't want it to die before it gets to deliver its payload. That would be a huge waste of resources. So we're going to armor it up a little bit. Let's press G and grab the major armor block, which is this one right here. We're going to put it in place of that round piece. And then we're going to use these. So this just gives it a little bit of siding armor. And we're going to skip the area where this is. That should be fine. We don't really need to armor that up, I don't think. So I've actually built something like this before. And it took me like 8 tries to actually get it to successfully fly. So hopefully this does not take that many tries. But I guess we'll see. There we go. Let's get those weird pieces in the front. Number 8, I think. Yep. Awesome. And I don't know what we're going to do right here. Maybe like, let's do a triangle piece maybe. So number 6. Where's the triangle piece? There. Triangle piece right there. And then we'll do another one on the bottom. And let's get it welded. Kind of going to look like a Tomahawk missile. That's why we have so many thrusters, by the way, is because it's a bit difficult to take off when you have this many things. And in fact, we might need more nuclear reactors as well. But I think it's going to be fine for now. So we've got our that. Awesome. We've got our these. Awesome. It's looking good. We just need to give it uranium, I guess. And it should be good to fly. And we'll need to break that as well. Yeah, let's go and grab some uranium for it. How much do we want to give it? Probably like a uranium should be good. Or maybe even 0.17 uranium. It's not going to use that much. It's just using it to fly. Now the problem is that once we take it, just like a missile, once we take off, this thing is going to, if it touches the ground, it'll blow up. That's the problem. So it's basically is a missile. So we do have to be a bit careful with how we fly it. But let's go over here, hop into this thing right here. It'll give us some power while we're sitting in the chair, and it'll also allow us to mess with the grid. So we're looking for our small grid right here. We're gonna remote access that for the small grid. We'll go into the terminal and we'll change its name to I'm gonna call it Missile. Missile 1. I guess we'll call it Missile 1 just so that we know what it is. Let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to make sure, actually hang on, before we do anything else, hop back in the seat. We're going to do that again. Go back to Missile 1, remote access. We're going to, oh no, that's what, no, we want to control it. There we go. And now we should be in Missile 1. We're going to go to our remote control and we're going to set the main camera for it to camera. I think that's all we need to do here. Collision avoidance doesn't matter really. Yep, that should be fine there. The warhead, we're not going to arm it quite yet. But we do want to do a couple things in the G menu. So we press G. We're going to go into here. We're going to set camera as view, just in case it doesn't set us to that automatically. We're going to set warhead detonate right there as number 9. So if we press number 9, the warhead will detonate. That's one thing you have to be very careful of. Actually, let's right click that and remove that. We're going to set it as number 3. That's going to be our detonate button. Anything else that we need? I don't think there's anything else that we want here. So I think that should be good. Let's press number 1. This is our view that we have here. We can turn pretty easily. It looks like we might need a couple more thrusters though. See how we're maxing out right there with just by pressing it? So let's add a couple, or not thrusters, but whatever the things are called, the reactors. So let's go ahead and add 2 more. We'll add 1 to the top and 1 to the bottom, and then we're going to go ahead and blueprint this so that we can use it. We might add both of them to the top. Why not? It'll be fine, and it'll be easier to access as well. So turn it so that these are facing like that. Construction components, large steel tubes, reactor, and I didn't see the other one, but construction components, we don't need these. Large reactor components is next. Large steel tubes, and I don't know what the other one was. Oh, we'll come back for it. Motors and computers. All right, here's motors and here's computers, and that should be enough for us to fly this thing. And if everything went perfectly, something would fly above us right now and we'd be able to go after it, but I don't think that's going to happen. As far as the uranium here is concerned, let's go ahead and split this into 3 stacks. We'll give it a 0.05 because I don't know how fast it uses. Actually, you know what? Let's not split the uranium. We'll give it all of its uranium. We'll go back and get some more uranium because we have plenty. We're not worried too much. Uranium. I think all the uranium was at the bottom as well. Right, so we're gonna get 1 uranium for each, just so that we don't have a chance of it running out mid-flight. Even though I think that's way overkill, but I think we have the uranium to spare currently. I should really, you know what? 0.5. Because I can't see it using up all that uranium just to fly. Especially with the small thrusters. Okay, let's go ahead and blueprint this thing. I want to destroy this first. Oops, not that. This. No, 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 no. Okay. That's not good. Let's get it out of there. I didn't realize that we had accidentally destroyed that block. Here, break this one. God dang it, super fast. Super fast welder. This is the problem with having a super fast welder. There we go. Awesome. Now we can break these, and we should be able to... Oh, come on. The welder being annoying. Or our not welder, but grinder. All right, there we go. Okay, that should fly perfectly now. That block's fine, I guess. So what we want to do then is we want to make sure that once we get out, we tilt immediately to the right or to the appropriate side. Otherwise, we're going to be flying sideways the whole time, and that's just going to be annoying and a big hassle. But really, what we want to do is we want to blueprint this, and then we can deploy it in whatever way we want to do. So let's go ahead and Control B on that. We're going to call it Missile 1. I think it's already there. Yeah, Missile 1. Now we have Missile 2.0 and Missile, which I created earlier. These are different. They use modded parts, so yeah, they're a bit different. These are some things that I created while I was on the actual multiplayer server messing around. So let's see. I'm going to probably wait for something to fly above us, and then we're going to see if we can fly that thing. So let's give it a few minutes. You know, while we're waiting for something to fly above us, ooh, that looks really cool. I'm going to take a picture of that. That looks amazing. Take that away, do some little photography. You always got to do a little bit of photography. Is that an eclipse that's about to happen? A lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse? That is cool. I've never seen this sort of thing in Space Engineers. Although the planets don't really move and only the sun moves. So maybe this happens all the time and I'm just at the right location to see it. I'm going to take a couple pictures while we're watching this. It's kind of spectacular. Look at the weird lighting effects around Mars as this happens as well. Take another picture just before Mars is completely enclosed by the sun. Oh, it looks so cool. So I wonder then, if the sun is between us and Mars, are we able to actually go fly into the sun? Or is it only because... so I don't know. Maybe Mars is actually between... maybe the sun's actually behind Mars, and it's just looking a little bit weird because of so much... I don't know. It's so weird. Got ourselves a nice little eclipse. One more picture for the road. That's pretty awesome. Wow. I wonder if that... Could you imagine the sun going in front of Earth? Being so close to us that it's on that side. That'd be funny. Do we have anything coming up, by the way? No, nothing yet. So what I was going to say was one other thing that I wanted to do, and I was probably going to wait until next episode, but it looks like this episode is going to be super long, so I'm sorry for that. But I do want to fly this thing this episode, so we're going to suck it up. But one thing we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get some oxygen and hydrogen set up in this base. So we have our med bay right here, which I probably want to move. I'm kind of thinking about it right now, and it's in a bit of a weird location, don't you think? And it's also super small. Like, it's a super small room. I think we're going to move it. I think we're going to break... or maybe, at the very least, we're going to break this down. And then this as well. We're going to break these down so that it's like a more central part of the base. Because it just looks weird where it was. So one other thing I want to do is I want to get those oxygen generators and hydrogen generators set up. Or oxygen tanks and hydrogen tanks as set up. So we're going to start by doing the oxygen tank. And let's go ahead and remove everything here because this is our throwaway slot as we were talking about earlier. We'll get some oxygen tanks. OxyClean tanks. And some hydrogen tanks. Hydrogen. And then an O2 generator as well. So these are the three main things that we're going to need. We're going to start with the oxygen tanks. I think we're going to put them up here. Even though it's going to look weird. I think we're going to have them up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot, but we have the materials, so why not? So we're going to have 6 of... Wait, are those the generators? Oh, we have something up there. What is it? A private sale. Okay, we'll go and fight that in a second. Let's break these. Is it getting closer to us, first of all? Yeah, it's getting closer to us, so that's definitely good. We're going to let it get a little bit closer, and then we'll go and mess with that. See if we can get it. See if we can get it. Right, so we're going to put this right there. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we're going to have our hydrogen tanks, which are a bit bigger. We'll probably only need one of these, because we don't need that much hydrogen at all. Next, we're going to go for the oxygen, whatever they're called. And that should be a pretty solid room. So we've got 6 oxygen tanks, which makes sense because we're going to have to be distributing oxygen if we want to keep our base pressurized. We've got the 1 hydrogen tank, and we've got 3 hydrogen or O2/H2 generators. Next, we're going to need to build up the area around this so that it doesn't get exploded, which is definitely always a chance when it comes to highly explosive things, such as hydrogen and oxygen. We're going to do this. Build a kind of area around it. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to use these ones. Oh, interior plates are required. All right, well, we can go and grab some of those. Interior plates. There we go. We have 100, or roughly that much. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we're going to do this one. So it's going to come up right here. Oops. There we go. Straight. Next, it's going to go straight again. And then down. Oops. And then finally, boom, boom, and boom. So that should all be connected. We're going to need to connect it to our main base area as well. So right here.
Inventory full.
Oops. No. No. We have a full inventory. How close are you? 700. You can get a little bit closer before we think about messing with you. Let's go to a cargo container. Or that's... Oh, ores? It's called an ores cargo container. Oh, so the inventory manager has actually set these so that they're different things than... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Can I not place things... Oh, components? Oh, because I broke it, didn't I? Oops. Well, we have no easy way to get into our base, unfortunately. We have to go all the way around here, and then we could... You know what? Let's just throw it in here, because Izzy's thing will take care of it. What I need is a trash container. So Izzy, go ahead and take care of those things, please. Have those as well. And what do we need? What was the one thing? Oh, we needed to grab the stuff that was up here. Right. I do like how our base is expanding vertically a little bit. It's giving it a little bit more depth, which is always a good thing. So let's let the nanobots build that thing, and hopefully that'll be fine. So are we ready to attack that? Probably so. We don't want it to get too far out of our sight. So let's hop into here.
Station fuel low.
Station fuel low. That's fine. Is that fine?
Station
That's
fuel
not fine.
low.
Give me a second. If we run out of fuel while flying that thing, we're going to crash. So let's go and grab some uranium. All the way at the bottom. We'll grab all of it, or we're not. It's a large cargo container, that's why. Which is all the way over here. Can we build this ourselves? Small steel tubes. Small steel tubes. There we go. And the nanobots beat us to it. Wait, or did they? I got a zap for a second. Whew. All right, we gotta hurry. Uranium. Okay, uranium all the way at the bottom. Grab. Awesome. Now let's fly down here because I think there's an entrance here. And over. How much fuel do we have? 12. We would have been fine. It would not have been that big of a deal. All right, fly up and to our thing. This thing. Zoop. Okay, next thing that we're going to do, we're going to hop into our ship. So remote access here. We're going to go into our missile and control it. We should see this right here. Now, can we go forward? Yes, we can. Here's the question. If I go off this, am I going to be able to fly? YOLO. All right, we are flying. Sort of. It's a bit difficult. We got to fly ourselves up first. Now, the thing about missiles... Okay, let's stop real quick. We're going to watch our speed here. We're going to try and lower our speed. We're going to keep our dampeners on. The thing about missiles is that they only have one source of... Oh, we're actually kind of falling. They only have one source of power going one way. So it's difficult for them to actually hover in place. But what we need to do is we need to arm this this warhead here. So let's go ahead and arm it right there. Next, what we need to do is we need to get kind of close to this thing over here. We need to get ourselves in a nice direction. Headed towards it, and then we're going to explode this once we get close, and this is going to be interesting because it's not easy. It's very easy to miss with a missile. That's why they're called a miss. Oh shoot! Do we still see it? We went out of the range of the antenna. Oh, where is it? I don't still see it. You guys see it? Maybe I'm blind. It was... Oh, no! Oh, no! We went out of the range! If I go in here and change the antenna range, will that fix it? Antenna. Broadcast radius. Bump that up to max. Can I now get my thing back? Oops. No. It's gone. Can we still see it up there? No. Dang it. We ran out of the range of the antenna. That's something I didn't think would happen. I didn't even consider that. Ah, well, we're unfortunately we're gonna have to have an anticlimactic episode. What do you guys think I can do to solve that problem of antenna range? I really hope that that's not still in the moon's gravity and will come back eventually to blow us up. I don't know. We could cheat to activate it again, so it doesn't have to be in an antenna range. But no, I think it's going to be fine. Unfortunately, an anticlimactic end to a fun little episode where a lot was done. We built a lot of the base. We got our major area over there done. We have most of this done over here. So the nanites are really starting to build up our area here. And hopefully we should have the ability to get oxygen and hydrogen from this base pretty soon in the near future. We also built a nice little control room as well, which has scripts, by the way, which is pretty awesome. Let's actually take a look at those, our final scripts for the day. Let's see what we got. Plenty of silicon. Oh, we still have the same, because we haven't gone mining. Plenty of iron. We actually have a lot of iron ore, so that does confirm that the nanites are still mining. Unfortunately, they're not mining uranium, but whatever. I guess it's going to be fine. We should be on par for everything that we need here. Yeah, okay. That's good. Alright, well, if you guys liked this episode, please hit the like button, put your comments, and definitely your suggestions as well, specifically for how we solve that problem that we just had with our ship going out of range and us losing it forever. Luckily, we do have a blueprint for that, and I do have a plan next episode to be able to use blueprints better, I guess. So, I'll see you guys in episode number 11 of Space Engineers.